Oh, buddy. Hit the bass drop.
I imagine people dance to this with anxiety.
What's up, familia?
Hello. The Hitman and the Zombies performed in front of a live studio audience. Anyway, that's the word. I was about to say something.
I am the zombie. Get up for that man next to me. His name is Hitman.
Woo, we love that guy. All right.
And that was an OG intro. If you were with us for a minute, you will know it. And welcome to the Hitman and the Zombie Show.
What's
brought
up,
to you by
bro?
Colgate. Brush your mouth.
Yes, what they say.
Today we're continuing our journey into Secret Invasion.
I would be sponsored by ramen, but like not about eating it, like ramen construction, and then like it's just like all this shit you can build with ramen.
I like to see a whole channel of just what can you do with ramen noodles.
Yeah, right. This is my dresser. I built it out of ramen. I don't know.
We got a lot to jump into, so let's just do it. Intro.
All right. For the last time. My God.
For the last time.
What a journey with an ending.
What's your first impression of this first episode?
Well, of this last episode, it was first of all, they said there was not going to be a big showdown. So like I mean, I guess big was definitely not the operative word of the showdown. Because it didn't last. But you know what? Like it wasn't enough.
All right.
Wasn't enough.
I share your sentiments.
Yeah,
but before we get to that little point, I'm sorry, I'm over here dodging things. I'm like this.
Going Ultra Instinct.
I'm going like trance. I'm over here with the music not matching up, but hey, who cares? Yeah. You're here for our voices.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. All right. This episode opens up with Vara talking to Nick. You sound far away, Nick. How you feel about that? I was like, what am I looking at? What am I watching? It's like, what you're saying bye-bye or goodbye or love and loving candles?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm already sick of this relationship.
I'm already done with this shit. Anyways, so it opens up with Vara talking to Nick. So like, you sound far away. Are you gonna come back? And he goes, you know what? I'll talk to you later. I don't want to get into details.
Oh no, I gotta go.
You know, you're just a plot. Was it a plot holder?
Yeah.
Just something for us to sink our teeth in.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he looked a little disgusted later on, I'll be like, oh, whatever. We're doing it for the gram. A new car is approaching the gate. It's like slowly creeping, like what's it called? The Walking Dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guards are like, "Hey, you stop!" You would have thought as soon as it was getting closer, you could see inside the windshield. It was not tinted at all. So,
right, but what do they want? Home in their own skin.
Their own bear skin.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them do the warning shot. Like, hey, what are you doing? And then they're like, all right, they're not answering. So he just opened fire at the car. Look, it was approaching, right? Where the hell did it just stop momentum? It just stopped right in front of them. It would have hit the gate. For some reason, it stopped. You notice?
It was the radiation.
Oh, that's right. Burned the tires.
Pushed them back.
So they're basically lighting up the car. Like, all right, we took care of the tread. They look like, hey, there's someone here, and they got killed. You hit the silencer.
Yeah.
It was like No Country for Old Man with the cow gun and shit. Have you seen that one?
I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. Like, all these people are getting sniped, and you're like, oh wow, and then like you're just like going through it, like, okay, this is what this guy died, that guy, but like then when they reveal Fury, it's like, oh, but like who the hell else would it be? It's just that moment where they were like, surprise.
Surprise.
Like, I mean,
yeah, the purple beanie on.
Yeah.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Whether you're ready or not. Time for a girl. Break free of history. This train is racing straight ahead. No man can do like I can. I'm the queen of the land. Haters gonna hate. Won't be sorry now. Shoot me down, but I'll rise again. I'm laying down the law and you've been served. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Whether you're ready or not. Time for a girl on time. Whether you're ready or not. Time for a girl on time.
That's a pretty big one to keep in the chamber.
You think they're gonna keep them like, all right, you already did what you had to do, just now disappear?
Yeah, no. I don't think that. Right. So
Yeah, so he says like, yeah, Rhodey, like we confirmed that it was 30 dead Russians alongside the motorcade, and then how can you say it's not Russia doing this? I'm like, once you shoot a Squirrelix, don't they turn into regular squirrels? How could they be what, the Russian squirrels? I don't know. There's a lot of questions. That's just so hilarious. Did you take your stupid pills with your breakfast this morning?
or not.
So he asked the girl, like, Rhodey tells the girl, like, do what you're supposed to do. Give the president his military actions against Russia. Do your damn job, bro. And then that aggression towards that lady, and the lady's just taking it. I was just like, oh.
Again, man, very un-Rhodey, and like, we're seeing him for 5 minutes. Like, it's been years. It's been years of him just all of a sudden flipping the switch.
Exactly, right? Or the pent-up aggression.
No, I'm saying, like, how could people that close to him not see this?
Like why
maybe you could explain it away as like a PTSD, because they they more or less cemented in that it happened as we estimated it originally was, right after the Civil War thing.
Yeah.
So they more or less landed on that being the case once they freed the actual roadie. So
That's scary, man.
but also like he doesn't know about Tony, like oh.
Oh no, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why you gotta pull on the heartstrings right now?
He
It's too
doesn't know
early,
about
bro.
That's so sad, man.
He's gonna get out and he's gonna see Happy. It's like, what happened? It's like Tony.
Happy to sleep.
Like sit
Happy
down.
to-
This is what happened.
Yeah. I mean, Armor Wars actually might be kind of interesting because of this. It really.
What I'm saying, so he didn't get snapped in because he was held captive then, right?
I guess not.
So he got snapped back to gain control. Where were you last time? I was getting zapped.
But
anyways, okay.
I'm just saying maybe that's why they could have explained away his weird behavior is because he got it was cantankerous, I guess.
Damn, I'm gonna go more in depth later, but yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick is in the new Skrillex. He's walking around. He says all the dead scrolls from last episode. We see ODB on the floor, the one with that, and then he looks into the cafeteria. What they have? Oh, he walks away slowly. Then he's coughing. Then he takes out this little radiation thing. That thing
the crack meter, yeah.
The Kraken. What was that? It scared the crap out of me. Then back in the fight, I didn't hate this part. It was like back hospital, back to the compound, basketball, hospital, and then compound, right? It was just jumping back and forth between those things.
Yeah.
So back in the hospital, Brody gets vibration. He's like, hello? He's like, hey, you gotta move press now. Like, who's this? Like, it's me, idiot. Sonya Blade has entered the fight. And then he's like, oh, why? He's like, Fury's on the loose. He's pissed. He's coming for you. He's like, dude, I got security. Like, yeah, you're going to give him target practice? He's like, yeah, you're right. Which he still end up doing.
So they initially took the president from Fury, who was there with a gun, and now they're afraid of Fury, who's there with a gun, taking the president. Are they playing tag? Like, what is this?
That's stupid. Like, you're already in a room. Just lock that bitch, secure with, right? You would have thought, get all the windows, put a little chair underneath the wiggle. He's not going to come in with a tank.
No.
By moving, you whatever. I'm going to say by moving him, exposing him to radiation.
Right.
So much plot holes.
Anyways, he's just in a regular.
No, I know. Yeah, back at the Wolverine Origins compound, we see Nick makes it all the way to the doors of the machine,
hacking and wheezing the whole way.
So in the last episode, GRAVICK told him to bring some iodine pills, or what's it called?
Yeah,
something to help your from throwing up from that much radiation. I don't know how can you keep a pill from.
Bring your Radix.
Bring your Pepto-Bismol, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. So he goes in there, and then the machine, he has the bottle. He's about to get some medicine. He goes like this, and oh no, I dropped them all.
Oops.
He's like, no more protection for you because you're gonna go bare skin.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, even though you don't have no pills, like, how about a drink? And he's like, hey, I'll never say no to a drink. I just put some. He's like, what? And he's just already pounding. I took a pee in there and you drank it. It's not bad. You fermentate it. All right, so he tells him, how about a last drink with the great old Nick Fury? So he drinks it. Then back at the hospital, they're moving this the president around like a Scooby-Doo skit. As soon as they're passing, you hear the you feel like Indiana Jones is there with the little blow dart. Oh, it reminds me like the girl. Have you seen Balls of Fury? That's my favorite ass movie. With the girl is like, it's sudden death, and he blows it. And he goes, what type of like? What do you? And he goes, what do you mean sudden death? He's like, what do you thought I was gonna be? He's like, sudden death. Anyways, throws a paddle at it. So yeah, so they're moving him around, and all the freaking security guards are getting pulled into doors, getting tied up. Man, that must be what Quicksilver helping him out, tie him up and throw him in each single door because.
Funny you say that.
What do you think they freaking what's it called? Had some help because that was too quick. Like, wouldn't you hear that noise like getting boom 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 all around you? No, okay. I would have backup or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
So back at the compound, GRAVICK is like, all right, Mr. NICKFURY, I know you have something. You can just show up here on your deathbed. Like, what? You have the Avengers on standby? What is your big plan? You know, like, I know you have an ace up your sleeve. And then he goes, and then that's where Nick goes.
They have a nice, meaningful heart-to-heart, Nick and GRAVICK. It really means something.
Yes.
They lay their hearts bare, and it's really Fury. It's not gonna take away the meaning if it's not really Fury, is it? It's like, because it's his words, right?
Yes. So Nick retorts to GRAVICK like, you've been using my skin as a costume, GRAVICK. And then GRAVICK goes, do you remember this skin? I killed this guy for you, Nick.
And then
I
go, and I put it over my skin.
And he goes, remember Dwight on freaking The Office where he killed the mannequin?
Yeah.
He takes his face. Oh my goodness. Then he goes into the spiel like Talos was weak. He turned war people into beggars. Fury, you put me on the street like you were my pimp. What he goes? He goes, when you were done with us, you threw us away. Yeah. He goes, I'm gonna kill you and take a flamethrower to this world. Just to clear. Hey, what is this? Just to be clear. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me put this audio. I know. He goes,
just to be clear, this is your fault. This is all.
No, he goes, just to be clear, he tells them. That's what he tells them.
Look at me.
Look at me.
That's what he tells them.
Oh.
One more time. What does when he's holding them close?
Parlay.
So GRAVICK tells them too. Heath Ledger, Batman, look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he kind of had the British look at me type of thing, but oh my God, blowing my ears out. There we go.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to sympathize with him until he busts out the flamethrower to his humanity thing again. Dude, like, stop doing that. Like,
so yeah, so he gets the whole look at me, so he holds him like this.
I'm the
kind of scared. I'm gonna kill you. Take a flamethrower to this world. Just to be clear, look at me. You did this. All this is on you. You should have kept your promise.
Look at me. No, with your good eye.
Over here. I'm over here. Oh, there you go. Turn your head. That would have been cool. He would have got the fucking eye patch and just ripped it off, you know? Like, give him more. But then he'll knock his beanie off, so he'll be cold. So we don't want that. Old man Nick getting a cold.
No, you don't disrespect the Jackson.
You respect the beanie game? Oh my goodness.
You know, like,
yeah.
Really, he didn't have that Jackson sass this whole series, you know, like, and it like crescendos too at the end with him just like not having that sass this whole show. Like, he really did just feel like worn down. And then what's coming up right here is like proof positive that he really just was like just on a wish and a prayer with everything he did.
Yeah.
Like he was just pulling things and making them up as he went.
So then Nick goes, "You're right. I failed you. You did look. I did look for a planet, but after a couple of years, I noticed that there was none out there for you." I was like,
Yeah, it's like, dude, have you not read Marvel? Like,
I know, right? We haven't got that far, you know. We should have called Peter, like, "Hey, you have any planets for us?"
Yeah, like, how many people live on the moon in that universe? Like,
I know, right?
Put him in the moon. Was the size of a planet, like.
You should have made him a planet home. I don't know, whatever. Moving on. That was the whole plot. Planet skin and bear skin action.
Mm-hmm.
But there was nothing out for you. He goes, "For me to keep the end of my bargain, I was going to have to build you a home here on Earth." And then GRAVICK's like, "How come you didn't?" He goes, "Because a lot of people would have been scared of you, motherfucker." That's what he said. Like, I would have had 8 billion, was it 9 billion people change their hearts for you. Like, I don't think I can. Even for me, it'll be it'll be little.
And that was kind of the greatest tragedy of it. Well, that and what the president says, because that confirms what
Yeah.
I was saying about Talos.
It became the fucking what's it called? The Purge.
Yeah, it just reaffirmed it.
Purge.
This said, Fury determined correctly so that there's not a whole lot they can do there, but rather than try to go out and find a solution somewhere else, because I guess it was beyond our capability.
Yeah.
Even though Carol Danvers, that's like going to 7-Eleven is checking out like different galaxies. Like, come on, though. But
that's what they're doing in the other movie.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, the great tragedy there is that like he came to that conclusion, and then he's just like, I don't know what to do with this information. And the whole time he was like, all right, well, it's 19, so I'll just come down and talk it out and try to assimilate them. And then when he realizes that it's 1 million, then he's like, oh, I got nothing.
I got nothing for you guys.
And then, great. Guess what? It ends with nothing being resolved, so that's cool.
So stupid. Anyways, so he goes, "The blip came. You know what I was thinking? I felt relief. I don't have to fight anymore." I was like, at this point, this is not fucking Fury.
You can tell you felt relief when you were like, "Oh no!" Yeah, that was relief.
Like, he goes, "Oh motherfucker!" And then he blows up.
But I guess it doesn't matter because it wasn't actually him saying this.
It's fucking annoying. I mean, like, at this point, I know that was not him. And I was like, I know who this is.
Yeah, so the apology, everything else is meaningless too. Thank you.
Exactly.
The affirmation.
Say that. It's not in full. She just said what he thought she was gonna say, but because I said this is not Fury, because not in his nature to quit. You know, that's not him. He'll find a way. So at the hospital, we're back. We're still moving the president around there. The security is getting picked off one by one.
And then they're all going through doors, and then the ghost is chasing after them. Like, and then they're playing like some stupid hippies 60s song.
Oh, I wish I had it queued up. And
then they're like, and then he chases, and then all of a sudden they're chasing the ghost, and the ghost is like, whoa.
And it was Uncle Fury all along.
And then they both pop out eating a pizza, like, and then they dance disco.
He puts it down. He's like, wait,
man, like that. None of that show has aged well, or anything about it, but except for that skit.
The only ones I really like is when Scooby-Doo meets the Batman, or Scooby-Doo meets the
like. Hey, Scoob, this guy's dressed like a giant bat. What a furry!
I like when they meet the Harlem Globetrotters too.
Harley Quinn.
There you go. He's bad. The Joker comes out. So Nick gives the harvest to GRAVICK. I don't care. Just leave Earth. Get your powers and go kill some other planet. At this point, Just leave Earth hell alone. I was doing a girl voice because you know who it is already. Son of a bitch. So Nick is staggering. He's like, pumping up a left lung. He collapses to the floor in the machine. You know, and then GRAVICK puts in the cheat code that unlocks the Omnitrix from Ben 10. So back at the hospital. Press is right there in the freaking wide open. I don't know. They couldn't find another room. Dude, isn't that the same entrance where they were in the beginning? You know, where Fury finds them in the
hospitals are very disorienting. I would not be surprised.
That's true. So instead of hiding the president into a secret door or anything, they freaking have him in the hallway. So, and in an updated computer, they updated from that, what was it? The black and green, was it the green screen computer?
Yeah, the IBM freaking Fallout computer.
So they have updated with the, what's it called? The DNA. Okay, here we go. Here's the roll call of what's in the DNA. Here we go. Ready? So we got the DNA strands of Ghost, Thanos, Outrider. I don't know what the fuck is Outrider. Proxima Midnight, which is the girl's left hand right from Thanos, one of the families. Captain Marvel, Abomination, Mantis, Cole Obsidian.
Did you just look this up online? Where are you getting all this?
Oh, I did it. Like I told you, it took me 7 times to get all this shit. I went like this. I went like this. It was play, stop. Play, stop.
All right. So they had all this. So this is from the Harvest.
Yeah, so it's from the Harvest. So it's Proxima Midnight, Captain Marvel, Abomination, Mantis, Cole Obsidian, Drax, Krog, Albany Maw, Frost Beast, Hulk.
What, Frosties from Wendy's?
A Frost Beast from Loki's land, I guess. A Loki.
Oh yeah, it's Frost Giants.
Hulk, a Chitauri, Chita.
Sorry, stupid ass aliens in the original Avengers movie.
Oh yeah, Chitauri. Valkyrie, Thor, OG son, oldest son.
Thor, oldest son.
I don't know how they got Gamora's, but Gamora.
Well, they got. What are you talking about? They got freaking. What's his face?
From The Rock.
Man, God. You just said they got Drax.
Yeah.
So Gamora's.
Well, yeah, they were on Earth, so I was like, when they? Okay.
Was with them. What are you talking about?
Well, that's right. But this name got me by surprise, because I never heard of it before. Have you? Flora Colossus. So I was like, who the fuck is this? They got her.
Yeah, I think I work with that guy.
And then Winter Soldier, Black Panther. I don't know how they got Black Panther, but nice. Because in the comic book it says if you try to invade Wakanda, they have the scroll heads on pikes. I don't know if you saw that cover. But yeah, they have them on pikes for trying to win. So I was like, damn, they got all these people. Then he goes, it's pure, like he did one of those of those tests with the gums and everything. Goes,
and they got a handy little Visine drop. Freshen your breath with the Harvest.
Sheesh.
I don't even know what kind of DNA that is.
So they turn everything.
If it was like Peter Quill's, I'd be like, where'd this come from?
So saliva or what? Like what? Cotton swabs?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Not like other.
Oh wow, okay. I was supposed to say I didn't see no Captain America or no Tony Storm.
Tony Stank. Why would it be though? He didn't have superpowers. That'd be pointless. So they're gonna scrape the metal and be like, "Oh, we got metal. They're gonna
got the metal sweat." But yeah, I want to look up Flora Colossus. I was like, what the fuck is that? Anyways, moving on.
Well, but okay. 2 things I denoted from this list.
Yes.
That I was not expecting to have heard these 2 names. but their demonstration of powers shows that there are at least 2 names that we. Well, then again, I don't 100% know all of the powers in that list, but I don't believe any of them to have been what they demonstrated in the ensuing fight.
Which one?
He exhibited a burst of super speed.
Those ghosts, their telepath thing.
No,
They're phasing.
No. He ran.
No?
He did a little flash or quicksilver, and his freaking arm grew to it looked like Thanos' arm.
Yeah, what's Thanos?
Oh, okay, Thanos. But I don't remember you saying Thanos. Okay, then
yeah.
That burst of speed, I was like, what was
That's what I was.
you just
I was
and
looking
why
at
not?
that too. I rewinded like 3 times. Believe me, I saw this closely fight,
Yeah.
and it
Really?
looked like
Because
she did
I
the.
was frying popcorn and I got a little grease in my eye and I wiped it and I looked up and the fight was over.
All right, let's continue with this beautiful review. God almighty. This is where it gets all jumbled up. So here's appears. He turns on the machine with Nick inside of it. So keep in mind, Nick is a human being and he's on the floor, collapsing along. So in the hospital, Sonya gets Rhodey to he goes, put your hands up. So the machine starts up, and trapping Fury inside. So I'm like, oh no, his DNA is gonna look like a frog or something.
Yeah.
So the machine is going, and then the machine stops. He's all sold up. GRAVICK is like, "What's up, motherfucker? I'm Tyrone. I'm about to take your."
Yeah.
So we get Tyrone.
Nah, Debo.
We got Debo like molly-whopping Nick. So he's gonna go for it. Like, this is where you die, Nick. So he goes for the final blow, and then Nick catches it.
And he's like, what? Oh my gosh! Wow. No way.
And then we bust one of those. We just saw that movie. What's it called? With the
Barbie.
With Deadpool. What's his name?
Something
guy.
Free guy.
There you go, free guy. You know that when he does the Hulk arm thing on the game.
Yeah.
So he gets one of those power ups. He gets the Hulk. And he
free
punches
guy. Oh, his
GRAVICK.
name is Guy, like in the movie.
So he punches GRAVICK and makes a big ass hole, and he goes, oh, and he falls comedic way.
Well, I mean, they fight. There's a little bit of fighting before the.
So in the rumble, Gaia comes out to her Black Sabbath song. She walks out like, oh, it was Gaia all along.
Oh my Gaia.
Oh my Gaia, it was Gaia. Who would have saw that coming?
Yes, wow. Man's only got one ally left in the freaking universe. Wow, who could it be?
Who would it be? You know what I was waiting for? I killed you. How are you alive?
Well, he did. He was like, you. But that was about. That was.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say, I knew it was you, or.
No, he just said he's just like you. That was it.
Do it in the deep voice. Do it in the deep voice.
I don't know. He doesn't really have a deep voice though.
He has a British. Or
like
you. Would have been one of those.
Yugi!
Grandpa! Okay. So back in the hospital, we have a Mexican standoff. Homegirl. So President has the gun on Fury. Sonya has it on Rhodey. Rhodey has it on the President. No, on himself. No, actually it's a 2-way. Never mind. So the President's going like this. Who do you believe? Like, give me a second. No, you do it. No, you do it. It's your fault. Your fault. Whose fault? Like, you think this is true? And he goes, no, this is all lies. It's just like the TikTok alien that we saw in space. Was it in the water? Aliens. Imagine one just appears at me tonight, and then he's like, all right, let's go, fool. So back in the fight, Gaia says, you kill my mom, you kill my pa. And then she she flexes the Drac arm. She's like, look at my tats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, come on, though. Like, if you got superpowers, you'd be like, all right, yeah. Be
So we
doing that.
got
Flexing on them,
so we got those freaking omnitrix going now.
right?
So homegirl is like a guy is running to a GRAVICK, and then GRAVICK picks up a car and it throws at her, and she faces through like Ghost. Goes, I miss Ghost, but she got canned. You saw that? The Thunderbolts? I don't know why.
Oh, she
They
did?
can't. Yeah, they canned her. I don't know why.
Well, no. They had an interview they had tryouts for Thunderbolts, and she ghosted them.
Oh, Ghost.
Oh, no.
But she was a badass, but then she got really sickly and shit, and then she died, no? Like all Marvel and people
Like
do.
all ghosts.
Like all Ghosts. They got oh, there's a crossover right there. The Ghostbusters.
Bustin' makes me feel good. Is that ectoplasm?
Slimer, stop sliming. Oh man. Anyways, sleep
Fight.
deprivation is a hell of a drug.
I've heard that before.
Quote the hitman, nevermore. So anyway, so he's doing Sub-Zero moves, you know, he's like dodging and moving, does the ice slide, and he makes an ice sword, and you stabs, grab it, oh, I got
And
you.
then he says, "Have a nice day."
You filthy animal.
And then he says, "Can I take your order?" And she's like, "I'll just have a cup of ice." And then he's like, "Just ice?" And she's like, "Yes, I want just ice."
She was just ice. She was just ice.
Okay, anyway.
She wants just ice for the mom and dad killings. Anyways. Oh, let's get it off because he's about to him has to roll out. So he stabs him, and then goes back to this hospital again. I hate this jumping back and forth between the fights. Keep it in one place. So he goes, "Oh, the rebels, if you blow them up, you're gonna take over, and then they'll lose. I mean, they'll win and you'll lose." Like, what do you mean? Like, everybody got held captive, and you blow them up, you blow up the world. And he's like, "What? What?" So a guy is hitting the upper hand, and back to the fight, and then GRAVICK uses the mob powers. You saw his hand get all scrawny, like, and he's like,
Yeah, that was cool though. You could tell right away who it was too.
Dude, with this thing is like, does it come with a manual or something, or you're supposed to know how to use their powers, or you see them fight?
Very much wanted to bring that up. Like,
How the fuck
they
you know what
instantly,
they
all of
do?
them intrinsically knew
What they do? Like, you've been seeing
Yeah.
them?
without
fuck?
even trying. Like, and like that's why stuff like Shazam and like the first Spider-Man Homecoming, like that's
Yeah.
why it's beautiful, because it's like you see that and you're like, yeah, like that's how it would go. You don't know how this stuff works.
Yeah, they're like learning how
Dude,
to
I
use
can't
their
even get
suits and
my
stuff.
Bluetooth to connect to my phone. Like,
They're downloading my brain, like, oh, I know how to use this.
oh yeah, I'm gonna try an English session. It's just Tuesday.
And you're like this. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this part. You know what? The thing I didn't like, well, whatever, is like they only use their arms. I thought they were gonna do whole full body transformations, you know?
And they totally could. Well, but that's kind of how Super Scroll like does though.
Yeah.
And I guess that could be like, you know, like his modus operandi, and like a way to nerf him or limit him is that he has to concentrate on his hands and you know what he's manipulating with them.
Got you. You know what? His fool lacked the group power, man. He had under group power control, and he didn't use group once.
No. It's just, you wrap this up and I'll point out what to me was the biggest flaw of this.
All right, hold on. So he takes him to the right, gets a Hulk kick to Angaya. Press, kill them all now. The president said, "I kill them all now. Just nuke them." So
Yeah, Prez, you're awesome.
I know, right? So then after that, they get up and they go Super Saiyan. So it's a Super Saiyan fight, you know, with Captain Marvel's power. which was stupid. And then they're up in there, knowing Gaia's losing. She does the mantis, her little things come out.
Yeah, that was cool. I was like, oh, Mantis. She
Sleep,
wasn't on the.
sleep. She wasn't,
Yeah.
but whatever. She goes sleep. So yeah, he lets go and he falls, tumbles. He goes, ah! He's snoring all the way down. You know what? He would have used that. Man, GRAVICK. What a weak ass. They've nerfed them so bad. It was not equal footing no more. Like I took what? She's like more powerful.
Well,
I didn't like.
I mean, he could have done the same thing, and that would have ended it, I guess, right?
I guess he went for bronze and she went for brains.
Well,
Brains.
who knows? Like when they pull everything together like that, it's just kind of like
We're trying to do optimal combination fighting and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I would have missed? I would have loved they do a combo chain on something, you know, like get this hand and then get this hand and then get this hand and bring it this, you know? That's what they miss.
Yeah, well, and that would have been cool, and it could have been, and I guess maybe it still can because Super Scrolls are still a thing, even though the only malicious one is dead.
That we know of.
But remember, the show was espionage. It was never supposed to have the big showdown, and that's why this one was just a 2-pump chump.
So Gaia does a Superman landing, and Gaia. So this is what you're saying that she does the super speed run to his neck. Just.
Mhm.
So he goes, grab it by the neck. It's like, you're just like them. It's like one of the Sith always say, like, you were your father's shadow or something like that. You were part of the dark side. I rose to you. You were with me. What happened? You turned on me, whatever.
Just like the Sith Lords always say, hello there. Wait, that's not right. Right.
So GRAVICK has Gaia has her by the neck, and he's monologuing, and he does the King Piccolo having a biggest hole in his stomach. He goes, ah, like the boys, laser eyes.
Yeah.
And before he died, he got an egg on his neck, and he tossed it far away. He went,
What? What? Okay.
Iron Ball is. Yeah,
So
go ahead.
so she blasted a hole in him.
Isn't that like what the Giant Ball did with the big hole in the stomach and King Piccolo threw an egg? Yeah, anyways, yeah. I thought he did that. He laid an egg.
Wow, where was the extremis?
He got nerfed. I guess you could have mixed the other one with the other batch, I guess.
Where?
He did use it when he fell. Remember, he got up and it was like oranges were like coming back.
No.
I don't think he died. I don't think he died.
I mean, I hope not, man. Like,
he couldn't die because she got shot with a gun in her heart. Remember, and her heart went.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The extremis did not do its job, but you know what though? It's okay if he died because there's plenty more Super Scrolls and they can all do the same shit. So at this point, it doesn't matter. Especially because they can shapeshift. It doesn't matter at all. They're all disposable.
Yeah,
like you can't relate or empathize with them because it's like, all right, somebody else take this face. Great, there you go. Hello, new girlfriend. Like, okay, but
everybody could be GRAVICK now.
Somebody else, I'm sure, will be equally pissed about things in life. But okay, about a little thing about GRAVICK.
Yes.
Like from the start, I saw his the intro that I always skip, but like not this episode. And then I saw his name again, and I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, Ben Kingsley. And I was like, oh, no way. Cool. The Mandarin's going to be here. Like, that'll be fun. I wonder how they're going to play that in, because what was he last in? He was in
the Shang-Chi.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, neat. Maybe he'll do a thing. And it'll be like an interesting tie-in. But dude's name is Kingsley Ben.
Oh, my God.
It's not
him.
It's not the Mandarin at all.
Wait for it to pop out. He's gonna come on this episode. Episode.
Where is he? And then I looked his name up and I was like, oh shit, it's Kingsley Ben. It's the same name. They just switched him around. Dude.
Oh shit.
Like he was scrolling Mandarin the whole time too.
So it was a squirrely Mandarin. So yeah. So yeah, that fight was. What are you gonna say about this fight? You were gonna. That fight's over.
No
That was it.
extremis.
No extremists.
And
I think
then-
like it takes a while to fill a hole that dip. But he has to reconstruct his organ, right? His stomach lining and all that.
I don't know. Yeah, they did kind of move on pretty quickly.
Because if not, a guy would have chopped her up with the laser, like make sure he doesn't come back at all.
On the What If Ultron.
I was waiting for the explosion. If I can win this fight, I'm gonna take you with me
Yeah, I know.
and blow up with the thing. But
That also was extremist that I was waiting for. Either of those things.
you see him like his face like start bubbling. You can't control it no more, and then you just boom.
Mhm.
That sucks, man. Anyways, yeah, we'll continue. So Nick finally gets the gun from the president. He shoots Rhodey in the head. Then the president goes, "What are you doing?" He looked over. He's like, "Oh, okay, now I believe you."
Oh, that guy died.
That guy died, and he gives him the phone. He's like, "All right, what the fuck is calling people to stop? Stop!" So they stop the attack.
Oh, I'd like to order a pizza.
President. Oh, I was hungry. I'm sorry.
I've been in the hospital for like 36 hours.
And this
Very-
hospital food tastes like horrible.
Yeah, I'm in room 304. Banana pudding, please.
They only give you freaking grains. Foods can start pooing. Everything's grains, no matter what.
Well, that's because you're a zombie. But they're
Oh, it's-
trying to keep on- they misheard you. Brains. Like, all right, yeah, we got you. Here, send him a muffin. I don't know.
Every time I go, like, here's your grains. So, like,
That's not what I said.
I'll just say thank you, the California hospital system. You made my stomach whistle like a keep me flowing. Oh yeah. So anyway, so he shoots him, and then the president stops the attack, and then Miss Gaia goes inside, turns off the dream machines.
Yep, and she starts freeing them.
He releases. Who do we reveal is there?
The Kraken,
Release the Kraken.
the actual, factual Rhodey Rhodes. First name James. James Rhodey Rhodes.
James Rhodey Rhodes. And then was that Colin? No, that's right. Colin. No,
Call
the
it
guy
him.
for episode 1. The guy who jumped off. What's his name? The Asian.
Oh, yeah.
Collinson.
Yeah. No, it's isn't it something Ross?
Ah, there you go. Ross. Get it
And
for
then-
less.
So this is important. I'm gonna come back to this.
Come back to it.
They showed her freeing, everyone, but it was just like here, like. But they kind of lingered on maybe 1 or 2.
So Rhodes is like, wait, hold on. Like, you've been here for a long time. He's like, what? So this man is getting carried out like I got carried out once from a nightclub. So at 3 a.m, they're coming out like, the fuck is that? Is that daylight? I remember that day. So they're coming out, they're like squinting their eyes, and then I literally got dragged out like this by 2 security guards, and I got thrown in a bush. Fucking assholes. Should have sued them for doing that. They're like, sir, the club is closed. I was like, nah, I'm good. He's like, no, it's closed. You got to get out. I was like, what? I was dancing with a girl, and then picked me up, and he just like threw me in a bush outside.
All right, you know what? It was last night. Get over it. So now what happened?
Oh, sorry. I got scraped in my arms and everything. I should have sued. Anyway, so now after that happens, we got the green screen, president, CEO, and everything, and does the purge speech. No mutants are allowed at school. No mutants alive.
Yeah. It's weird because that's what they were saying. President Ross in the Marvels, that was like his big thing. Everyone's like, oh, he's anti this and he's very strong on it. But now he's showing that too. So I don't know. All right, but it just reaffirms that Fury may have been right and Talos may have just been a little too hopeful.
A little too much
Makes
hopeful.
Sad.
So he goes, I'm gonna go after all what do you call them? Off-world species. So I'm like, the new Asgard? You gonna go after them too?
Yeah, the Eternals, like, whoa.
You gonna go after everybody with the hand in the middle of the ocean that nobody has referenced yet?
Still.
Still there. Literally, he's still there. Nobody passes through that side, or what? They're like, oh no, it's off coordinates. You can't go there. You see somebody trying to chisel it off the hand.
One of the wonders of the dude, it's just Stonehenge with fingernails. Like,
so yeah, so we go back to Vara and Nick at the house. Like, I'm leaving tonight. If you ever forgive me, you know where to find me. He's like, all right then. And then we get a little back alley action with Sonia and Gaia. I have a proposition for you. You need help with your... Oh, no. Okay, that's next coming up. So it goes, no, right here, right? When he makes the speech and he tells, as the president saying in his speech, you see killers shooting people.
yeah.
That's crazy, man. The brutality out there. I was like, damn, he's just... And then everybody
actual people like, oh yeah, and they accidentally kill some real people too. It's like, all right, damn.
They're casualty of war. And then another person gets shot in the head. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. So he goes, Sonya goes, your people are gonna need a leader, which is you, of course. And then it goes, I have a proposition for you. Like, you help me, I help you, we're all a happy family. He goes, I'm not going to get involved in another deal. I'm like, aren't they doing the same thing all over again? But then they said it. It's like, no, we're going to use each other. Isn't that what? Whatever. And they walk off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And the president gets on. Go ahead.
Vanessa de la Resa. Yeah, I thought it would be her doing that speech.
I'd like to recruit you to the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, right.
But no, we're not going to get nothing fun.
Yeah, so now the new Fury. She's recruiting.
Can we for her to get her eye patch and a cat?
Yeah.
Should I get 2 eye patches?
She doesn't know.
Should I get 2 eye patches and shit? He's gonna have a agenda.
Somebody got to do it.
Oh my goodness, gotta stop it. All right, so the president's talking to Nick. You know, it's like, I'm glad you made it out alive. You too. Like, I wasn't mad at you, but now what you made a bad situation even worse. He goes, call off your attack, man. Then he goes, if you really care about your squirrels, get them off my planet. Then he goes, dude, I've been trying to do that for how many years? How many years, and I still couldn't do that shit. You're like, well, you want me to do it now? And then he goes, you know what? And then he gives a beam, like, I'll see you later. Like, I'm beaming out. He's like, dude, aren't you trying to help that war? Like, what the fuck? You're leaving your people behind?
Yeah. I'm just gonna wash my hands. I'm going back to Saber.
Exactly.
All right, cool. He's done with it.
He's done with it. And then we roll up. We see Vara rolls up. He's like, where you going? I'm leaving. Like, I need you to come. He's like, why? We have peace talks with the Kree, the rock band. He's like, with Kree? He's like, yeah, they want to make peace. I need you here with me. I'm stronger more with you than you're with me, or some shit like that. And we see a soft ass NICKFURY. I'm like, really, dog? Well, anyways, and then she goes, I want you to call me Vara now. And then she turns into this old ass squirrel, and then he's like, ugh.
Hold up. You look different in your profile picture.
His face, she's like, oh, who's watching? Everybody's watching now. I gotta do this. And he's like, come on, Nick. He's like,
what was that movie? That old one. I think it was I Love You Man, where he's like looking for friends and he's on like dating apps for friends, like Bumble or whatever. And then he meets like a 90-year-old man and he's like, you looked a lot different. He's like 25 in the picture. And he's like, I'm getting good at the internet. He's like, you're really good at it.
Sheesh. So yeah, so you get the disgust taste. He's like, here we go. I'm gonna kiss this lizard. So she kisses the King Piccolo girl. She's like, how come you couldn't look like Brody? The girl scroll. But that's why he's macking it, and they go upstairs. You know, they like close the doors. And they go, boom. And we fade to black.
And that, as they say, is that. Okay, so going back to New Skrullos.
Skrullos.
All the peoples. So they linger on one for a second.
Yes.
And like, Marvel, don't be doing this anymore.
Don't do it.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No more. Roll up some newspaper. I'm pretty sure it was Ralph freaking Boner. But it better not have been. Better been Quicksilver. It looked like Ralph Boner. It looked like Ralph Boner.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, I missed it then.
That's why I was like, Quicksilver. Like,
You got the boner?
Like, because they're squandering things, and you don't maybe have to give an answer yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But like, you're changing everything, and you kind of squandered the Super Skrull thing as the Fantastic Four origin.
And where the hell's the White Vision?
They still haven't acknowledged mutants.
I know, right? Even though this fucking press thing did kind of sound like it was.
Oh, but what am I saying though? Quicksilver was already alive, so I guess
He's dead.
I don't know. Yeah, he dead. That guy died.
But then Miss over here, Wanda brought him from a different universe. So
no, he was an actual factual human being. So I guess it was Ralph Boner, but like, why though? Because Ralph Boner had those actual Quicksilver powers. So
yes.
like, right?
I'm just waiting for them to bring the kids in.
Well, I mean, we already know they're going to be a thing. We're the Young Avengers.
Eventually. After the writer's strike. Who knows?
That's a big if.
Dude, from episode 1 through 5, kiss the chef. Episode 6, it's a dud for me. It didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I did not like it. I did not like it at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't stick the landing for me. It was just too, I said, predictable. It was the way that, like you said, when Gaia was speaking through Nick Fury, like all that shit meant nothing.
Yeah.
Everything got dissolved at the end. There was no resolution. At the end, you killed your enemy. GRAVICK is dead. And Nick is like, it's a curve. Hey, I already did your job. Like, thank you, Gaia. And he just hangs up.
Yeah. The one unique thing that I guess I can't gripe about this is that they didn't exactly kill the villain away, because everybody's that villain now.
Yes.
So anybody could do it. If they have a bad enough, all it takes is one bad day. Like, anybody could be a Super Skrull. So, all right, I guess.
But then you got Gaia. She's not impervious to bullets, so she could still die.
Yeah, but she's,
you know what I'm saying?
She's one who's kind of taken up the mantle at this point. Because really, there's only been like 4 or 5 Skrulls and Undated. They didn't even blow it up or anything, so it's just kind of still there.
Yeah.
They didn't bother doing anything to the machine.
Yeah, they just let it be. I know the harvest is still in there, right? They didn't use it all.
Not to mention the designer is still alive. She just singled up.
There you go.
So like,
left it open, man.
Yeah, but they also kind of like what Cousin Neil was saying last ep was like, they didn't do a whole heck of a lot of tie-in or like, stay tuned to find out. But like, you know what though?
They didn't hook us.
Here's where we differ on this.
There was no post credit.
Where we differ on this, like, I know a lot of people are, like, well, you're not supposed to have to watch the shows to want to care about the movies, and like, I feel like it can be done in such a way that you can be excited for the movie because you watch the show, and you can maybe know a little bit more.
Yeah.
The same way that you read the comics and then you watch the shows and you're like, yeah, like I know more about these characters than somebody who just watches the show. Like, I think, and like, especially a big ass part of the draw of comics is that like every single issue you read is like, hey, bro,
It's a hook.
there's more, right? Like, you don't know what happened next.
Yeah, you
Like,
want
yeah, like,
more. You're like, oh
there
shit.
might be individual runs that end because they're like short or whatever, or series, but there's always something more. But with these series now, they're just like afraid to be like, all right, keep going, because they're starting to lose direction.
Yeah, that's what the president said. They're gonna stop with the whole shows and shit. Focus on movies.
What? That's what comics are, man. It's supposed to be like to be continued. You're supposed
Yeah,
to
to
be
hook you, to bite you.
I mean, I know it's hard to lean into media when everything's kind of struggling right now. But man, Barbie pulled in as much as Endgame made right now.
They made it to cope with. There's nothing else. That or a bomb. Go see a bomb, or you're gonna see a Barbie. You're gonna see Margot Robbie versus who is that guy?
What do you mean Oppenheimer? But
no, I mean the actor.
I don't know. Oh,
yeah, that guy.
Cillian Murphy.
There you go.
But well, most people are choosing not to go to movies, and that's why it's more of a success story, I guess. But I mean, the only way to make it through is to embrace and entice people to want to see what's next. And if you're just like, all right, put a ribbon on it, then
nobody wants to go.
Forward to.
I just don't like how they left it open ended. Not even open ended. It's like, all right.
No, they didn't resolve very much.
Shit. And she says, like, oh, my work, I'm just going to go for a little bit, take a cruise with you and come back down because that's where my work is right here. I was like, oh, okay. Do you?
I mean, I know like a bad plot would say that whether or not the hero interfered, the events would have unfolded. And that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
But I mean, Fury didn't do a lot of things unique. Like, a lot of other people could have stepped up and done the exact same damn thing. He didn't have anything special. Like,
and then the death of Hill in the beginning is like so. It didn't really move nothing forward with that. No more impassion. No more.
Yeah, and so it introduced
no revenge. Yeah.
And then it just kind of wrapped it up. And yeah,
exactly. There's no anger. There was no like sadness. Like, I let one of my best clothes. No, it's like, oh, it's another Tuesday. Oh, she knew what she was getting into, type of thing. I was like, what? And the same thing with Talios. You left them in the street. Like, all right, I'll come back for them. There was no sadness. Like, Talios, my friend, my homie. No, there was like, oh, another warrior, another soldier down. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, at least he got a funeral. Oh, I guess they both did.
You got a Viking.
Yep.
But it didn't carry the weight of sadness or the weight of anger type of thing towards Gravik or anything,
Yeah.
It was just, I'm gonna get you eventually, type of thing. I'm gonna outsmart you at the last second. I'm gonna send Gaia after you or some shit. I wish it was him with his own bare hands taking care of Gravik.
Yeah.
Because it was his pet project,
And that's what I expected too, especially when they're like, there's not gonna be a big showdown. I thought it would be him like maybe hulking out and attacking something, and then Fury, especially because Fury, he still has the gadgets and stuff somewhere. Maybe not all
him in an armor or something, like he borrowed from Iron Man or some shit.
I'm not saying he would have like scrapped it or whatever, but he could have like found a way. Like, he's supposed to be the greatest spy known to man now, or something. Well, aside from Natasha, I guess, but She did.
Yeah, so it had the spice things, all this shit on there with a handgun, dude, and a squirrel.
Yeah.
Squirrel combat. I was like, no, it had to be Fury, man, to resolve the issue, to bring closure to it. You know, not Gaia. You know, it's I don't know, man. I wish it was him. Like I said, not Gaia. Gaia, I know she has her own gripes, but you were following this dude, and you know, yes, true, he killed you, but he got brought back with a bullet.
Yeah.
Only with a bullet.
Especially because he did the whole like Mick Swagger where he switched up his fit. It's just like, all right, he's gonna show him down in this finale, but he didn't do much. He just shot fake Rhodey in the head.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, President. I got you.
Yeah.
I feel like once Talios left the picture, it kind of fell apart, you know, because he was the one that was holding it together.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel I would have had. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He was good to rally behind because he was eternally optimistic, and he kept that with him till the end. You know?
Yeah, I'd rather had Gaia die when she died, and had Telios with that sense of anger or revenge or something like GRAVICK, you ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had a little fire on her.
When it happened, it was like, I hope this sticks, because it would mean so much, and it would really, you know, like throw people through a loop.
Yeah,
and it would cheapen it if they made it fake, and then they cheapened it. All right.
And then now you know that she has an out with the extremists.
Yep.
You know that she's unkillable or whatever, or not. And that's what I didn't like. And I'm like, with Talios, it's like I feel like you have a better relationship with him and Nick. You know, it would have felt more. You know, like, all right, we get him. You know, like you turn into the whatever hulking beast shit. That would have been better. You know, because it'll be like the tribal combat thing or whatever with the knives, and then he would have rose up as the new leader again. And so what? You know,
Yep.
People will rally against. I mean, with the Talios, because he's the king of the squirrels until the big leader comes. That's my thoughts. And what was up with that lingering fucking shot on the president when he ends up with Nick? Remember? He's in the limo and they just focus on him. I think it's Mephisto, bro.
Yeah. See, and like,
I think it's Mephisto, or it was another Creek guy with the disguise, because they did say that they have that camouflage thing that could transform you into anything.
I don't know, dude. I hope he's not some little bitch who gets wheeled around in a hospital bed.
No, I think he's a big baddie, dude. I think because they keep mentioning that shit. They keep mentioning that cloning device, that mesh thing that transforms you into anything. And then the president is just staring at the camera like
Mephisto would not need that.
No, I'm saying I'm Mephisto for someone else type of thing. That somebody else took over.
I don't know. It would be cool to see somebody else.
What we're going to see is going to be Ross, and it's going to be Thunderbolt.
It could be an interesting spin to where they could have him where he's so anti-mutant and anti-alien, and then it ties in where they're like, oh, X-Men or Fantastic Four.
It's fucking Magneto, fool.
Well, Magneto is the opposite of that. He's anti-human.
No. Who's that guy who always hates the fucking that experiment on Wolverine? Another general.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
He was a fucking bad guy. He was a guy who was always going after the X-Men.
Yeah, I just called this specific thing out too. A couple episodes back, man, and now it's like foggy. But yeah.
From Daredevil? Foggy is one of his friends. I'm sorry.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like 8 years later, like, but still, him and what's her name, Nicole? Dude,
yeah.
Like they were good parts of that show, so it'd be sad to not see them in the new one.
That's what made the show, man.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what made the show was the awesome fight and the characters were really cool, but the fighting for sure.
But I'm telling you, watch. I'll put $1 on it that the president is not the president; it's someone else. Because they keep going heavy on that damn cloak and dagger bullshit.
All right, I'm into it.
So, what do you rate this? The series as a whole, what do you give it?
7.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm at it. Fucking 8.
Out of 100. Yeah,
I'm at 8, man. It was. This is still. Oh, I'm trying to remind myself of the ending of Falcon and Winter Soldier and this ending. It
What?
was a final battle with iCarly.
But it left you knowing that there was a new Captain America.
Yeah.
And that he was ready to take the mantle. It left you feeling hopeful and excited to see where it went from there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but the Falcon and Winter Soldier took over again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's my number 1 again.
Yup. I give it that. It was overall a good show, and I like the feeling you left.
Yeah, with buddies and friends, and you got Adam. What's his name? Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
the one that looks like the guy from Up.
That's true. You got Young Up.
Got Young Up.
And
then we got Battlestar got killed and all that craziness.
Gonna make a live action. He's gonna be ready for it.
Can you imagine a live action Family Guy?
What's it gonna do with Disney? I've seen somebody.
It's under Fox, so.
If you have your card, you bastard.
All right, guys, it's been fun. Stay tuned for all the awesomeness that's coming to the pod and to the YouTube channel. That's right, guys. You can find us everywhere. I mean, everywhere now. You can't run away from us.
So many characters have already reviewed and have nice things to say. Check it out, though. So Twisted Metal just dropped yesterday. I've yet to see it.
Oh, did it? I thought it was in August.
But it'd be nice to maybe. What do you think? Keep it up.
Yeah. Guys, we'll jump on Twisted Metal. We'll get Twisted Metal on you. Peacock?
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
So, guys, we're going to be jumping into Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal! Who's your favorite character for Twisted Metal?
It's been a while. You go first. I forgot. Let me see.
Joe? That's not a character. Well, in the show it is, but Calypso ain't even going to be in it. Man.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, maybe he is, but he's not credited, so.
I like the Corvette. I think it was a Corvette. There's
Dude,
a monster
I
truck.
like the Pimp Mobile. No, but you know what, though? Going OG, like all the way from the start to now, is Axel, just because it's just this design, man.
Oh, yeah.
Something else. I love it.
Axel.
And it'll be fun to see him like, on TV in live action.
So we got, oh shit. What happened here?
I don't know.
Minion, Grimion, Roadkill, Axel, Outlaw, Dark Tooth. Damn, there's so many different variations.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll review the cars until we review Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
All right, guys, for the zombie, should say for the Hitman, I am the zombie. This is and has been the Hitman and the Zombie Show.
And remember, you'd love to hear it.
We love to hear you guys. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give a look, like I said, Stitcher product. There were a little videos gonna come out with all the info for you guys. All right, guys. Much love and peace.